All right, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. God bless you guys. Happy Sunday evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. God bless you. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Take a moment, share the broadcast. Let somebody know that we are on. This is our first Sunday night group training call. Listen, I am Brianna Anderson. I'm super fired up and excited to be here with you guys on tonight. Listen, it is Sunday night. Grab your pens, grab your papers. We are talking assets over liabilities. Listen, it is generational wealth over poverty. Listen, I'm so excited. We are almost in March. We are launching Anderson's Wealth Academy March 1st. Enrollment is now open. Make sure you visit AndersonsWealthAcademy.com, your online financial literacy community. We are building 21st century wealth builders. Look, I don't know about you, but just because it's Sunday, it's not even Monday yet. It's not a new week yet, but who cares? We are still fired up and excited because right now, tonight, we're about to learn something that's going to put our family closer to our next position in wealth. I'm telling you right now, you are entering in one of the greatest seasons of wealth administration that you have never seen. I believe for myself, if you decree that for your family on tonight, my family is entering into the most wealthiest place we have ever been. The wealth administration, the wealth that I'm about to touch, the investments that I'm about to make. Listen, the moves that I'm about to make, the tables that I'm about to sit in, it's about to be phenomenal. I'm telling you what I know. And all it takes right now is for you getting yourself on a call right like this right now. Tell somebody that we're on. We're in the private Facebook group, but I'm also live streaming on my personal page. Make sure if you are not a part of Generational Wealth Over Poverty community, you got to get in there. It is some amazing resources we have. Check out the file tab. Check out all the major gems that we drop as far as it relates to your family financial future, from how to get approved for cars, how to get approved for capital, how to clean your credit, how to build your business credit. We drop everything in the Generational Wealth Over Poverty group. I just believe that we are that people that's going to make the sound of wealth. I'm telling you, the sound of wealth, the sound of financial freedom is who we are. It is impact over income. I'm Brianna Anderson. I am one of the founders of Anderson's Wealth Academy. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm a wealth builder. I love helping people build generational wealth. I am a wealth motivator. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but tonight, just grab your pen and papers and listen to what I have to tell you guys. When I tell you, I know for a fact right now that you need cash flow. We need assets like never before. And tonight we're going to talk about cash producing assets. We're going to talk about income producing assets. We're not going to talk about non-productive assets that are just sitting, that holds value, but they're not bringing in money. One of the greatest ways to increase your wealth portfolio is to increase in massive cash flowing producing activities. How many cash flowing producing activities do you have? How many money making producing activities do you have? How many multiple streams of income do you have? Let me tell you guys something. They have already categorized that one income is close to no income. Hear me. One income is close to no income. Oh no, we are about to invest in multiple streams of income. We are about to have limitless cash flowing producing activities and cash flowing producing I'm excited. Cash flow producing activities, cash flow producing money making activities. Yes, cash flow. Generational wealth is our portion. So grab your pen and your paper. I'm telling you tonight is going to be good. We're going to talk about assets over liabilities. Again, I am Brianna Anderson and welcome to our group training call tonight. So listen, group training calls is exclusive for the Generational Wealth Over Poverty Facebook group. But tonight I want to stream live on my page and I want you to be able to share it because I want people to hear how you are listening to this information tonight that's going to put your family closer to the position to win. Now hear me. When we're talking about assets over liabilities, what we're going to be talking about tonight is not how we can just go splurge and we just want to buy all assets and we don't know nothing about what we're doing. That's not what we're talking about. We're going to talk about how we can turn every liability we have right now into a money-making asset. You know, I've noticed about people have a lot of liabilities. Either people have a lot of liabilities or people don't have any liabilities, but they have no assets. They have no income producing activities. And one of the ways that you can increase your income portfolio and build your wealth portfolio is by income producing activities. Number one, I want you to write that down. Income producing activities. It is income producing activities that puts your wealth closer and closer to you. Now, what I mean by this is if you have no income producing activities, if you have no investment, if you have nothing, and I love the curriculum that we have for Anderson's Wealth Academy because we teach 21st century wealth from a new perspective, because even business, even products, those are income producing activities. We want to start looking at assets from a different perspective. It's just not a house. You know what I'm saying? Assets are anything in the 21st century wealth model. Let me bring y'all into the future. In the 21st century wealth model, assets are anything that can generate me cash flow. Assets are anything that helps increase my wealth portfolio. All right? That's assets. That's assets. I was thinking about before we got started, I started to write down all of the assets that we have, all of the assets that I have, and all of the ways cash can come, all of the ways income can come. And when you calculate, you know, when you go to the bank, God bless you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. When you go to the bank and you're about to do a loan or you're about to open up a business account and you speak to an advisor, one of the things they ask you is, what are your projections of revenue for the year? They're not saying how much money have you already made. They're saying, what's your projected amount of revenue that you're going to bring in? In other words, how much money does this business, how much money does this activity that you're opening, how much capability or capacity does it have to generate you an income? Hear that tonight. How much does it have? And if you have a book, listen, I know people who are making $1 million off of an ebook, something that they don't even have to print, something that they don't even have to get published, right? I sat here and watched my husband make what a family would make in a month. My husband made in a day on Friday night from one of our assets, from one of our cash flowing producing activities. He made what a family would make in a month in a day, right? Hear me, it's all about turning liabilities into assets. And so one of the things tonight we're going to talk about is how additional incomes help build families, help build generational wealth, but it also helps you build your wealth portfolio. Now, write this down because this is very important. And we're not going to be on long tonight. One thing about these group coaching calls, we're not going to be long, but it's going to be strong. The income from a job, hear me, income from manual labor, that helps meet your basic needs, all right? It comes from jobs. It comes from where you work. It helps meet your basic needs. But there are still other ways to generate income. There's still other ways that you can turn liabilities into assets and assets into cash flowing activities to increase your wealth portfolio. Because you can increase your income and not increase your wealth portfolio. Hear me. How do I increase? Oh my God, this is good. A lot of people think when they get a promotion on their job, you know, that 50% raise. I used to get those 10-cent raises. I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize how much bondage and slavery I was in until I got out to understand that I can increase now my income by $1,000, by $10,000, by $100 in a second versus sitting there waiting on a 50-cent raise for a year. Hear me. That is the mechanism and the perspective. Incomes help meet your basic needs, right? But investments and wealth producing activities and cash flowing activities, these are what build your wealth portfolio. What's your wealth portfolio? It's not just something that you can live off. See, most people base their wealth portfolio on retirement. You know, they wait, and I was one to watch my mom do it. I'm writing a book, and it's a story of my life and my mom's life called My 9 to 5 Mom, because I watched my mom work manufacturing all her life. I watched her basically providing anything I could ever want. There was nothing I ever asked my mom for that she could not afford. And as a single parent for the majority of the rest of my life, she had this great lifestyle until I learned she was only making $9 an hour, $8 an hour. And so I watched her work this manufacturing job for these 10-cent raises, these 25-cent raises. I watched her work her bones and her body deteriorate to the point where she hasn't even reached age of retirement. But she couldn't even work from the ages of, let's see, she had me when she was 30. I got pregnant when she was probably 40, let's say like 40. She really couldn't. She was disabled or term disabled at the age of like 40. And so I had to watch her even struggle to try to get assistance for places that she had given her life to. She had to struggle and wait on approval from disability or approval for government assistance, because she even at the age to hit her retirement money that she had worked all her life for. You have more people who will work all their life. They'll work 50 years for a retirement that they will only possibly spend 5-10 years on, because the average lifespan now is about 55 to 65 or 70 years old. Hear me. One of the ways that you can really experience the fullness of life is when you increase your wealth portfolio, you increase your financial habits, and you increase cash flowing and income generation producing activities. And what they will begin to do is not just make you live better, but it will also take the stress off of you. See, the reason why I love to talk about assets over liabilities is because most families have nothing but liabilities. You get a brand new house. We congratulate people on getting a home. I love people who get home ownership. But I've always told my husband that I don't want to buy a house until I have at least 2 properties that will pay for the house. See, my mechanisms are a little different, because I don't have a problem with saying that I'm renting, because one of the things I understand that, listen, in the 21st century wealth model, I want assets and cash flowing activities that pay for the lifestyle that I want to live. See, I don't want to pay out of pocket for designer. My points pay for designer. I don't want to pay out of pocket for luxury and things that people think that we're spending so much money on. I want to put things in place. I want income producing activities in place. I want investments in place. Listen, I want cash flowing from multiple places where I don't even have to do 100% of the work. I need these things in place so that I can understand that building assets is what helps my family build wealth. Building your family's assets is what helps your family build wealth. And tonight we're going to talk about this, because assets can be passed down from generation to generation. Now, it's not how much money you make. It's about how much money you invest. It's not about how much money you make, because you can make minimum wage and be one of the best, the most wealthiest people in the world if you invest what you have. See, I never look at how much I have. I always look at how much I invest. I don't want to live off 100% of what I make. I don't want to live off 80% of what I make. Literally, I want to live off 20% of what I make. I want to live off 20. I want to invest 80, because when I invest 80 into more assets, that 80 comes back in hundreds. Them 80s come back in thousands. Them 80% sometimes you can wake up one day, and if you invest in the right thing, can come back in millions. So it's not what you have or what you make. It's what you learn to keep and what you learn to do with what you have. Write this down. The goal is to have our money work for us. All right. We want to equip our money with tools. We want to equip our money in avenues. We want to equip our money with ways that they can go out and work. Money is waiting to make more money. Money is waiting to make more money. Building assets is the key. And if you're African American and you're on here with me today, understand this right here with me. Assets is what's going to help us close the wealth gap in African American culture. Building assets, income producing activities, increasing our income, not just budgeting, not just lowering our debts, but increase, because you can lower your debt and never increase your income. Building assets is our key to economic elevation. Understand this. When you are building your assets, let me see who's on here today. The most effective way to build wealth. Hear me. One of the most effective ways to build wealth is to concentrate and focus assets over income. All right. Get your money working for you instead of working hard for money. This is how you will keep majority of your money. When you are acquiring cash flowing assets, and it doesn't matter what asset class this is in, because you got assets in real estate. Some people invest assets in stocks. Some people invest assets in existing businesses or starting new businesses. Some people invest assets in farmland. Some people invest assets, hear me, in other cash flowing activities. See, our greatest assets are other cash flowing activities. Our greatest assets are things that can generate and make us money on a daily basis. Those are the assets that I like. I love the stock market. I don't know about stocks. So what I would do, I won't put all my money in the stock market. I will invest in a person or a company that knows the stock market. But I understand my asset activity. See, write this down. Number one, what's going to be your asset activity? What's something that you in your everyday lifestyle can literally invest in that you have an enjoyment out of? It's not feeling like work. It's not, because one of the passive income shouldn't feel like work. Passive income is when you have put things in place where your money can cash flow and generate you an income passively. That's passive. It's passive. It's not hard working income. Right? So what is going to be your asset class? That's tonight's goal. Write down what's your assets class. Like your asset class may be you want to invest in multifamily units. That's my goal. I want to invest in multifamily units. I want to invest in, I don't like fix and flips. Somebody asked me, well, you got a lot of lenders that you're connected to. Why you don't do fix and flips? Because it's too much work. That I'm going to feel like it's a job. I'm going to feel like I'm a contractor. I'm going to feel like I got to find a plumber. I got to find somebody who can sell the house. That's not my asset class. Find out what works for you. I like my stuff to be easy. Now, write this down as well. For many of you who are on here, what you have to understand, what is adding to your pockets. So I want us to do an exercise tonight. And if you're not a part of the Generational Wealth Over Poverty Facebook group, make sure tonight you go and join so that you don't miss these group calls. All right. You don't miss these trainings. Tonight's assignment, I need you to find out what's adding to your pockets. How many income streams do you have? And once you know how many income streams you have, ask yourself how much income is generating annually, how much income is generating monthly, and how much income is generating daily. Because you have some assets that produce annual money. You have some assets that produce residual monthly money. And then you have some assets that will produce daily money. Daily money. You don't have to struggle to build wealth. You don't have to struggle to make additional money. it's the most easiest thing right now to do is make money. You can make money with no experience than going to college all your life and finding a good job. Hear me. You can make money so much faster. You can build wealth so much faster with no experience, no knowledge, even sometimes no money. If you got access to capital, that's why I'm big on credit. A lot of people don't need credit. A lot of people don't need credit. They come from trust funds. They come from people who they know who have money, who can invest. I didn't, and most of my audience didn't. And so my goal is to show them that credit is money you don't have. Credit is money you don't have. I had a guy inbox me when I was teaching the Amex Platinum and business Amex Gold, and he was like, you just give me the water back. He's like, I see what you're doing, but you didn't give me the water. But you're getting more people into debt, and I had to wait a couple of days before I responded. I was like, man, if you think I'm getting folks into debt, you don't lost your mind, because every single person, thank you. Because every single business owner who I have gotten approved for Amex, and this is what I love about this. Assets sometimes require capital. Get you a sheet of notebook paper. Let's go to school real quick. This is a preview of Innocence Wealth Academy. If you have zero money to invest right now, if I put in the group that I just found an investment that is the return on the investment is about 40% annually, that's a good investment, because one of the things we got to start learning, which we're going to learn, the vocabulary of wealth. All right. If the return on the investment, if the ROI is about 40% annually, and you're going to probably generate about $25,000 quarterly, write this down, quarterly. And if I get on here tonight and I say, you know what, who can invest? The initial investment is a one-time investment of about $10,000. And what if I tell you, you will start seeing an ROI in about 8 months? 8 months. The average person is going to say, I don't have $10,000 to invest. Hear me. The average person is going to say, I don't have access comfortably to give you $10,000. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. I don't worry about missing no light bill, water bill, gas bill. I don't have it. I missed that opportunity. Another opportunity come around. ROI, return on investment. Another opportunity come around. Hear this. Here's an opportunity, guys. We just found this 52 apartment complex. It's $2.5 million. We need 30 silent investors. We need 30 investors to invest about $35,000 each. And it's going to generate income about 25% monthly for about 30 to 40 years. The average, write this down. I'm writing this down. I want y'all to write this down too. The average person is going to say, I don't have $35,000 to invest. Okay. Here's where the power of credit came in for people. The reason why I love helping business owners and entrepreneurs is because we must understand that we fluctuate the economy. IRS paying taxes, the whole tax thing wasn't created for business owners. The whole tax was created for middle class and low class workers. That's who it was created for. They tax you before you even get the money that you made working, doing work that you've already done. Business owners, we get our money up front and we're taxed on the back end. Y'all better hear me. We're taxed on the back end. And so as a business owner, there are many perks and benefits that you can get from banks and lenders that you won't get personal. That's why a lot of people I meet, they go and apply for these personal loans, $100,000, $50,000, $75,000. And they wonder why they get denied. Because bank systems are data points and they're set up to approve and deny based on why you need money. There's no personal reason that for vacation. You know, the application don't add up. But when you go to the business side and you say, I need about 30,000, that's low to a bank for an entrepreneur. That's low to a bank for a business owner. And the perk is, okay, we're going to give you this loan and we're going to give you 0% APR for the first 12 months. How is this goes? I'm a business owner. You come to me and you say, Brianna, I need 25,000. I got this amazing opportunity that I see we can work with. I need 25K. I said, okay, let me hit up my bank, my lender. They're my silent investor, and they don't complain. I go to the bank. I say, you know what? I need to apply for this Amex Platinum Business Gold, Business Platinum. And what people don't know is there is a pay over time option. See, there's a lot of stuff that people don't know, and we bash before we even know what's going on. So I walk up and I say, you know what? I call Amex. I logged in. I haven't been using my card that much lately, but I see my spending limit is about 10,000. Can you increase that to about 40,000? Okay, Miss Brianna, what's the reason? Okay, I have an investment that my business has to invest in, and I need it within 24 hours. Okay, when do you look like you're going to be receiving the ROI on this investment? It's going to be about 6 to 12 months. Okay, Miss Anderson, no worry. Luckily, the type of card you have, the flexibility and the benefit of this card is there's a 0% APR rate for the first 12 months. So literally the money that you borrow, all you have to do is pay that money back. We're not going to charge you extra. Okay, so 1 month go by, 2 months go by, 3 months go by. Here come another friend. Here come another opportunity to invest in. I've already invested 20K over there, right? I use that card for 20K. Now, here's another investment. Let's say this investment right here. Y'all hear me? Are y'all still on? Let me see your comments. This investment right, y'all may be writing down, so I forgot. This investment right here, this asset right here is going to produce me monthly money, right? Monthly money. So let's just say I need to invest in this for a monthly return. So let's just say this takes about 15,000, but I'm going to make about 500 to 1,000, give or take a month. A month. So that means roughly in about a year or so or more, I've made my investment back. But here's the kick. I don't go back to Amex again, to that same card. I don't go back to that card that I just had. What I do is I go apply for another card. Why? Because there's no limit to how many business cards you can get. There is no limit. See, when you in the personal realm, when you're operating on your personal credit, ain't no bank gonna give you, ain't no lender gonna give you another 50,000, another 25,000 when they pull your credit and see that you just invested or got 20,000. But in business world, it don't report to your personal credit. You are not actually liable at the moment until you go into default. And so you ain't gotta worry about a bank saying, well, I see Miss Anderson, you just got 50,000 here. I see Miss Anderson, you just got 20,000 here. It may seem like a risk. No. Okay, Miss Anderson, approved. Approved. Come on, approve, Laval. Approve, Janice. This is real assets over liabilities. And I'm telling you what I know. You want to go ahead and enroll in Anderson Wealth Academy because we got some big boys coming. I have a special connect in American Express. I have a special person who works actually on the business side in the actual office. To come in and teach us all of the perks that the huge corporations are doing every single day. They're doing it every single day. But because we've been born into poverty sayings, don't use your credit. Because we've been born into poverty sayings, don't get into debt. Do you know that debt is the number one way people make money? When you look up the definition of credit, the number one word is debt. Debt doesn't necessarily mean you're in debt where you don't have no income to pull you out of debt and you don't have more income than debt. The debt that we've been taught to live in is so much debt that we got more debt than money. That ain't the debt I'm talking about. I'm talking about using debt to generate new money and make more money. That is 21st century wealth. Let's get back to the board. So now I invested $35K from over here. That's going to generate me a 25% return annually. Then I just got into another investment over here. I only invested $15,000, but monthly I'm generating a 500, 600, 1,000 monthly. So really, I'm not losing nothing because I didn't spend none of my money to get the asset. See, the people who are not excited about financial freedom, the people who are not excited about building 21st century wealth are the people who are trying to do it out of their pockets. See, you're trying to spend your own money, and that's not what we're trying to do. There's ways in place. Now, sometimes we may got to spend a little money here and there. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying, real people understand when you listen, you don't know what you don't know until you know. And you turn into what you tune into. We got to start tuning our eyes and ears off of things. We got to put stuff in perspective, and we got a long way to go, y'all. The wealth gap, it moves, but it just moved a little bit. And I hate that when we start coming up as a culture, they down us. If you notice on the news the other day on CBN, they had a whole segment talking about now African Americans spending as the highest as it ever been. But guess what? They don't talk about it's the highest it's ever been because we're the number one consumers because we're keeping y'all in business. But they didn't want to share the light and shed the light that not only are we the number one consumers, but our producing have increased like never before. See, that's what they don't want to talk about. That's why we are changing the narrative. That's why we are creating Black wealth. And if you're not Black, that's fine. I'm not racist. I'm just saying. I just got to speak to us for a second. Just got to get us there for a second. Because we've been so used to living paycheck to paycheck. We've been so used to saying, you know what? This is what I'm going to do all my life. This is all I can do all my life. I'm going to wait on this 401k. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to wait on this disability check. I'm going to wait on this social security check. Baby, you better be investing 80, spending, living on 20 in this hour. It is possible. So assets over liability. Remember this. Income helps to meet the need. Income helps to meet the needs, the basic needs. I'm not telling folks to leave your job. You still got basic needs. Until you got more assets and income producing activities to make up for your basic needs, you still got basic needs. There are people who work 9 to 5s and are still wealthy because they're still investing. The income meets your basic needs. But then when you start building your wealth portfolio, your assets builds your wealth. And so tonight's assignment before we go, write down what's bringing money to my pockets. And if you want me to give you an illustration, this is how you do it. This is how I do it. I love circles and lines, okay? Circles are the income producing activities. They're the income producing assets. They're circles. Can y'all see that? No? Okay, I just wrote about a lot of little circles. That's it, just a lot of circles. And listen, the next thing you do on the circles is you need to draw lines. So there's 3 categories. There's annual money, there's monthly money, and there's daily money. So there's assets that's going to generate me monthly income on a monthly basis, on an annual basis, and on a daily basis. You need to write which one is doing what. And if you don't have but one thing on this paper that's bringing you income, I need you to inbox me. I need to have a call with you because I want you to understand that God is going to supply the need. I'm not saying that you're going to be broke and God ain't going to supply the need. But what I'm saying is we got an assignment. It is impact over income. If we get together and we increase our wealth portfolios all together, if I get together with Janice, if I get together with Cedric, if I get together with Apostle Michelle, if I get together with Christina, if I get together with Keisha, if I get together with Derek, we form an LLC. Hear me. We a 10 partner membership. We form an LLC. You go get 100,000. You can go get 100,000 because to lenders, partnerships, each member is eligible for money. You go get 100,000. You go get 50,000. You go get 25,000. Let's go buy the block. Come on, let's go buy all this land around this school, because now we got majority power when we step in the school district. When we step upon this school, we got a lot of say so because we are owners of the land. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but this generational wealth over poverty, this thing ain't just a saying and just another brand. We got an assignment. We got cities to build. We got schools to build. We got children to touch. We got curriculums to do. We got an assignment. My wealth has a mandate. My money has an assignment. And when I send it knows to go and make more money. I've never invested into anything in the last couple of years that has not generated me an income. You're going to have some up days, though. You're going to have some, just like you got to know the seasons of your investments. The seasons of your investments. It started getting real cold here for 5 weeks. Our slingshots wasn't making no money for about 2 to 3 weeks. I went around here crying because I know for a fact I live in an area where it's going to get hot another 360 days out of 5 days. It was cold. And so next thing you know, it started heating up. Here they come, $500 a day, $1,000 a day. Now when I'm gone for a whole month, you calculate $250 times 30 days. You calculate $250 times 30 days. That's $7,500 that we just added off one vehicle that we absolutely paid no money out of pocket for, that we absolutely paid nothing. It took nothing out of our pockets. It took no food from our mouths. It took no clothes from our children's back. All about investing in monthly producing activities. Come on. What are you doing? What is your money doing for you? That's the assignment this week. What is my money doing for me? What is my money doing for me? My money has an assignment. It's time to get to work, y'all. We got stuff to do. It's time to get to work. Who's on here tonight? Tell somebody in the comments. It is time to get to work. All right? It's time to get to work. We got an assignment. We got people to connect with. People. The greatest resource you need in this season is people. It's people. You got the knowledge, I got the money. Come on. You got the money, I got the idea. Come on. You know about the investment, I got the capital. I got the means. Come on. You got the money and the idea, I got the faith. Come on. Who are you partnered with in this season? Because you got to stop partnering your money with other broke partnerships. You don't need your money tied to no broke poverty mentalities in this season. I'm telling you what I know. Money need to be connected to other people, money who got the same faith as you have. Our money has an assignment. My money know where to go and where to grow. Where I sit it knows. I got to preach a little bit. When I sit it knows where to go. It knows where to grow. And it knows how to find itself back to me. See, I be so excited about building wealth because I know it ain't about me. I be so excited. Listen. Your money knows where to go for you. And it's going to know where to grow for you. And it's going to bring you back a great return. Do me a favor. Go to www.andersonswealthacademy. Make sure you enroll while the special is still on. Go ahead and lock in your full year enrollment. Let me tell you guys something. Hit the link and see the curriculum. I guarantee you that curriculum got something your daughter needs. That curriculum got something your son needs. That curriculum got something your sister, your brother, your husband, your mama, your auntie, or your neighbor needs. Somebody connected to you needs to increase their income. Somebody connected to you needs to know how to build generational wealth. Somebody connected to you needs to know that this thing is more than money. I'm excited, y'all. Mark your calendars. March 26th. Let me make sure it's the 26th. March 26th, we are having a live brand photo shoot for Generational Wealth Over Poverty. Let me put it up on the screen. Generational Wealth Over Poverty, our live brand photo shoot. It's going to be an absolute movement. We already got people signed up. They coming from all over down here. It's absolutely free. If you want to be a part of our brand photo shoot, we're going to supply the clothing. You just have to come to Orlando. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to do an on-demand live training. That is March 26th, all right? That's March 26th. You can't register right now because the website is not up. But if you're interested, you want to lock in and you are very sure, go ahead and inbox myself or Cedric. We want to see you there. All races and faces, all sizes, colors. Listen, this thing right here is not about us, y'all. It's a movement. If you guys can see, Generational Wealth Over Poverty is a brand that was birthed by my husband and I. Our goal is to bring generational wealth to poverty areas. And one of the things that we see is happening through the eye. We could be at the airport. We could be in the grocery store. And sometimes don't even be African Americans. It be Caucasians. It be Indians. It be Spanish people. They be like, can I take a picture of that shirt? Like me and LaBelle, we was all the way in Colombia. And the man was like, can I take a picture of that shirt? Who made that shirt? Like, seriously, I want y'all to know that this thing ain't about us. Get a hold of the movement. It's time. It is time. It is time. It is time. Whoever put that, shout out to whoever put that. It is time. We are building generational wealth. I love you guys so much. My name is Brianna Anderson. I'll see you in the morning for Wake Up and Build. Black History Month edition, Creating Black Wealth. Tuesday morning, 8:30. Matter of fact, y'all know, I don't know if I'm going to be on in the morning. We got a long morning. I don't know if we're going to be on in the morning. I'll let you guys know. But definitely Tuesday morning, we got a special guest. Dr. Jewel Tanker is going to be our guest. We are celebrating those who have made history while creating history at the same time. This phenomenal woman of God has built multi-million dollar projects. She has multiple streams of income. She's really heavy in the crypto world. But not only, she's not really coming on to talk about crypto. I really got her coming on to really share with us how her and her husband have been able to impact the communities that they are from, that she's from, even in the Detroit area, by buying blocks. Like, there are a lot of people, y'all. We do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Like, there are certain businesses that we are the face of, but real entrepreneurs and serial entrepreneurs, there are multi things and investment that we have going on behind the scenes that we never have to talk about, because it's not about just saying what we're doing. It's about really shedding light on what can be done. See, my whole vision and purpose is to motivate people, to show them that it can be done, that you can be a high school dropout and still make $100,000 in a month, that you can be a high school dropout with no PhD, no GED, just GOD, and live the fullness of life, that you can be that single mom, that 15-year-old pregnant mom, and you can do the very same thing that I'm doing, right? I love it. I love y'all so much. Listen, I gotta go. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting that. Oh, I am forgetting something. Mark your calendars. So we got March 26th, right? March 26th. Mark your calendars. Of February 15th, y'all. I have been working on something for the last probably 3 months. I think it's been like 3 months. I've been working on something for the last 3 months, and I'm excited that it's done. I'm excited. You guys probably know that last year I turned the credit business over to my husband, Cedric, just for a time for me to really, really tap into this next venture that I'm doing. But mark your calendars for February 15th. Mark your calendars for February 15th. This is for entrepreneurs and business owners. If you are ready to become high-level CEOs, if you want to learn how to 10x your impact, your influence, your income, and amplify whatever it is that you have been called to do, amplify your income to the next level, amplify your influence and your impact to the next level, I need you to go to www.highlevelmastermind.com. Go to www.highlevelmastermind.com. Let me tell you something. This is a free training. It's going to be a free webinar on February 15th. I want to show entrepreneurs and business owners how I have been so successful. I'm going to be opening up the vault. I'm going to be bringing you into my bank accounts. I'm going to be bringing you into my daily sales of all of my businesses. Somebody saw me post one business the other day. We have already grown 30,000 in one business that I have absolutely given no time to. I just set it up to prosper. So if you already become a high-level CEO, a high-level entrepreneur, a high-level mastermind, if you don't know why your business is not going to the next level, and I'm not just saying that as a cliche, if you really, you gotta become the leader, that you gotta become the visionary, you gotta become the CEO that your business needs. Sometimes it's not another strategy. Sometimes it ain't another person to change it. Sometimes it's you. You got to become high level. You got to become high level. You got to see yourself as already making billions, multi-million dollar, multi-billion dollar businesses. I don't care if you got a lawn service. I don't care if you got a barber shop. Come on. I don't care if you sell t-shirts. How are we going to get contracts? We're going to get contracts. We're going to be high level. Nothing small in what we do. So I want to see y'all February 15th. Make sure you save the date and make sure you go to highlevelmastermind.com to reserve your seat. I got to go for it. I love y'all so much. I will see y'all. Hopefully I'll see you in the morning, but if not, I definitely see y'all Tuesday night. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Shouts out to the Generational Wealth Over Poverty Facebook group. If you're not in that Facebook group and you love tonight's training, make sure you go and send a request to get in, because that group is going places and we're taking people places. God bless you.